Hi guys. Um, so I'm Mr. Finance, and I just wanted to talk to you about how to make your current income work for you. A lot of people are talking about, oh, I wish I made more money. Then I could do so much more. How can I make my 50,000 or 60,000, however much you make, work for you and the lifestyle that you currently have? So let's just get straight into it. So the biggest one is to look at your paychecks. There are so many people that I know that don't even pay attention to what's coming into their bank account and looking at the actual pay stub. Making sure that what you are actually working for and what you are getting paid for matches up. If you're going to do the work and work 40 hours or do overtime and you don't get compensated for that, that is something that you need to address immediately with your bookkeeping or your accounting team at your company, because that is absolutely crucial. Because once again, they are human. So of course they may miss the mark or maybe not remember it, right? So you are absolutely entitled to ask them about it, shoot them an email because that you want that record as well that you did reach out and be like, "Hey, can we talk about this? Could we set up a call?" Because it's absolutely crucial. And one thing that I did when I was working in the retail business, because they give you your schedule like a week in advance, was I would always write it down for my own records, because they would be like, "Oh, you're working 8 to 12 and you're working a different shift, different hours every single day." So, yes, maybe it's because once again, it's mostly university students or people that are not truly passionate about being supervisors or managers in that role, because they're because of the high turnover. Keeping track of your own hours and keeping track of your schedule allows you to be able to call out those discrepancies when you are working hourly, because that's the biggest thing. Usually when you are working a salary, you know exactly what you're getting paid every weeks or however your pay schedule works. But that's the biggest thing, is to look at your paychecks and actually make sure that everything is accounted for, and to call out the people that are responsible if there is a discrepancy in the most polite and respectful way, because obviously you want to keep working for them. So, another thing that is absolutely crucial is to work with what you have. And I mean that in if you are getting paid $50,000 or however much you are getting paid, you need to learn how to work with that money before you jump to, if it's at 50,000, you work with 60,000 or 70,000 or however it goes later on. Because if you don't know how to manage 50,000, you definitely will not know how to manage $70,000. And that is a big misconception that a lot of people have, is they think that more money will solve their issues. It's not. It's you need to manage what is available to you currently so that you know what to do when you are getting that more money, because you want to make your money last you and to also benefit you in the greatest way. Make your money work for you and make that money stretch, okay? So don't think about what you don't have. Be grateful for the fact that you have this. Not stating that you shouldn't go and try to be more ambitious. It's not it at all. Because, of course, you should be more ambitious and get that money in whatever way possible. So, don't think about what you don't have. It's not going to help you. It's actually going to be such a huge hindrance for you in order to get to that level that you want. Think about, I want to get to that level, but if I already know how to make 50,000 work for me, when I get to that next step of getting 10 grand more, then I would know exactly what to do with it, and you would be saving and being able to enjoy the better things that you want and to invest in it, that extra money that would be coming in. So, because obviously times are changing, everyone wants more money, but don't think about what you don't have, work with what you have, and make a plan. Okay, so if you are getting money in, first and foremost, think about the absolute necessary things that you're going to need that money for: rent, bills like electricity, internet, phone bill, hydro, whatever are absolutely important for you to live. Okay, you need to pay those off first and foremost. So you need to discount all of that money from your paycheck automatically. Okay, the next things are like your entertainment and um, like obviously groceries are something that you need. So sorry, I should be part of it. But you need to think about what exactly you need and how you're going to spend it and make a plan for it. Be like, this amount goes to this amount goes to this. A lot of people just don't even think about what the essentials are, what the average is. And I always do it on the bit on the higher end, especially for necessities, because depending on where you live. If you are living in a colder area, your winter months are going to be higher because of your electricity bill, because you are going to be home a lot more since it gets dark a lot quicker. So, if you do it on the higher end, especially for your necessities, and I'm not talking about eating out, I'm talking about your necessities, then it will help you when it comes to those months because you already budgeted for that, okay? And if you are saving 10% of your income, that will help you in your rainy day situation. If there's an emergency where your car doesn't start or you need a new battery, that's where that money comes in. So, saving 10% at least, obviously, this is based on what you can, but saving 10% of your income will definitely help you. Another big thing that I've learned is to have automatic withdrawals into your savings account, which is so important. So if you have your paycheck coming in and literally the day after, you have like save you're saving up to go on a vacation. So if you're like, I'm going to have $50, whatever the amount is, I'm just using $50 now. $50 go directly into a saving account that you also name travel because that's also very important to distinguish what money, and the reason that you're saving up for, to have that distinguished as so that it goes directly into it without you even having to transfer it. It's automatically gone. You only see what's left over, right? That is absolutely crucial. So having those automatic withdrawals directly into your savings accounts and having those saving accounts named also will help you when you are looking at your accounts. Crucial. Another big thing, if you are a millennial, most people have debt, whether it's student loan debt, credit card debt. And a lot of this is because I'm not too sure why they don't do this, and I hope that more people do this, especially schools, is talk about financial health and being financially smart, right? You need to have a very, very aggressive plan in order to clear out your debt. So if you do come and you start your first job or whatever the case may be, and if you are not living at home and you have to pay rent and all that stuff, if you have an aggressive plan where you're like, this is how many years it's going to take me to clear it off, maybe if I'm more mindful of the expenses that I'm having, then you are able to clear that off in a lot shorter period of time than if you were to just be like, whatever, it's going to be there, this is the natural way of life. No, you can definitely clear it off, no worries. The interest is what kills you, okay? So if you clear off that, then you don't have to be paying off student loans for 20 to 25 years. You can literally do it in 7 years or however your plan works for you based on the income that's coming into you, okay? And the biggest thing that I see issues with is when it comes to credit cards. Just because you're making money and you have a credit card and they give you a credit limit of 25, let's just say $1,000 to make it simpler in terms of math. If you have $1,000, do not use $1,000, okay? It is, unless obviously based on your circumstances, but the best practice to do is to only use 40% of your credit card limit. So if it is $1,000, only like use your credit card for 400. And if you have the means, pay that off and then if you need to use it again. It's the best practice and credit cards actually do keep that in mind when they are rating your credit score. And I think about every 6 months they will like evaluate if you are a candidate for a credit card increase. Okay, so be mindful of that. A big thing also that I've know in regards to credit cards is never take out money from a credit card. It's almost 20% that they charge you. So if you are applicable for a line of credit, that interest rate is a lot lower, right? Be mindful of those interest rates. These are things, once again, I think are absolutely crucial to be talked about when you are in university. So That's one thing that I think is a huge thing. So these are just like a few tips that I have learned that I have also been telling people that are a little bit more that are struggling, because these are all things that you can implement very, very easily. So if you do have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Have a great day.